Alright guys, in this video we're gonna see how we can pack this asset into a 4K by 2K tile. I know this asset is quite big for a VHS, but this is just an example. We're gonna be needing a few add-ons, but fortunately they're all free. So let's see. Go to the text tool add-on and without changing anything, click resize and select 4096 by 2048. Click OK. And here we go. Select the UVs and under textile density add-on, click custom and select 4096 by 2048. And if I calculate my TD, you can see it's this and the UV space is this. If I make this 1024, it's going to be quite big and it's not going to fit. But if I make this 512, you can see it fits. Nice. Now, if I use UV Pack Master, even with fixed scale on, there is some stretching, but some parts aren't stretching. So I have no idea why this is happening. So I'm going to hit undo. And instead, I'm going to use Magic UV. Go to UV manipulation and turn on Pack UV and hit Pack. This is going to pack the UVs as is, like accurate island copy. And this one has almost no stretching at all. Nice and clean. Now if I go back to my textile density add-on, and if I hit calculate TD, you can see it's slightly over 5.12 and utilizing more UV space, but we can still fit this to or bring it closer to 5.12. So if I go back to my Magic UV, hit Pack UV, you're gonna get this menu down here and put in, for example, 0.002, for example, and then hit enter, and there we go. Now it's all fitting nicely. And if I go back to my textile density, calculate TD, we're very close to 5.12 now, and utilizing over 50% or 70% of the UV space. So now let's get this into substance and see if this works. I'm gonna export this to my desktop, or rather this folder, and I'm gonna call this VHS 4K and 2K. So if I go back to my substance, new, like these, and find the folder, there we go, and click OK. So there we go. Now let's see if we can bake this. So 4K and click this button and select 2K. Use low poly as high poly and some anti-aliasing and hit bake. Alright, the bake is done. So now I'm gonna use a paint material, Smart Matte, and look at this. Texture is looking nice and clean. And if I check my 2D view, you can see that somehow, for some reason, I don't know, but the UVs look like a square tile. So I'm just gonna change this to a 4K by 2K. I'm just gonna change it ever so slightly, maybe, and let's hit export. I'm gonna export to the same folder, this one, and I'm just only gonna export VHS. I don't need the remote for now. And based on each texture set size, yes, this must be turned on or selected, sorry. And I'm just gonna remove emissive and height and hit export. Nice. Now going back to Blender, I'm just gonna change this to shader editor and remove this. With Node Wrangler add-on, Control Shift T, and select my textures, and there we go. If I see this in render view, there we go. Textures are looking nice. And if I check my UVs and load my texture, nice. You can see all the UVs are nicely laid out and the texture is working as intended. So I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any question or if you have any suggestion, any better workflow. Please let me know. Have fun. I'll see you again.